Hello Tokusatsu community, welcome back to my SODO Sunday series here on the Toku Toy Story YouTube channel. This is a series where I cover all the latest news in the SODO, SHODO, and Yuta line of figures from Japan. Today we just have a bit of news from Kamen Rider Build as usual, and that is part of Build's special monster set that will be coming out at the end of the line here in August. So we already know that Build is going to get set 12 to be the final set of his figures, and we don't know any of the contents of that yet. But Bandai has decided to just go ahead and release everything about the monster set and what figures are going to be in there. So we already have a complete lineup of that set, and it's really interesting, so let's get right into it. So the first figure in the set is a repaint, and it's a repaint of the Hellbros from the show to be the Kaiser or the Bi-Kaiser from Heisei Generation's Final, which is awesome because they never gave us this before, and it's nice to have the red and the blue, and they are slightly different from the Hellbros. They use like a little bit of a different silver, like Bandai may try to make that like a point that they were trying to show off. And I mean, honestly, it's just a repaint, but it is an appreciated repaint because it just gets us one step closer to having like every rider form and stuff like that in Build. So that is a very appreciated figure. And then the rest of the line is just a bunch of different versions of the Guardians that they hadn't put out yet. So you have the Hard Guardians, which is probably the best figure of the set because it just has this like really awesome bulky armor at the top. And honestly, it's like a big, nice, bulky figure that is still only in two pieces. And for the plastic quality, it's pretty for the plastic quantity, it's really good, and it looks really good. Also in this wave are just two different versions of Guardians that we had seen in the show, but they haven't put out in the toy line yet, and that is just it's a version of the Saito Guardian and a version of the Hokuto Guardian. So it's just nice to see those in there because those weren't in the Guardian set a couple months ago. So it's nice that they're finally getting some representation here. And then finally, the Bi-Kaiser is also coming out. It's unknown if you have to buy the Kaiser body again to get the Bi-Kaiser, or if it's its own figure. But that's just the one that has like the generic face and stuff like that, and generic chest plate and everything like that they just hadn't put out before. So basically, if you really like the Kaisers, you'll definitely be able to have every version of all the Kaisers from everything by the end of this set. So this is just a nice little add-on accessory set. It's like a build-on to the what was not in the Guardian set, and then obviously kind of a completion with the Kaisers and stuff like that. So if it's up, if that's something you're interested in, then they have that covered, and they're not taking away from the main Build line. And hopefully, starting next week, we will have the contents of what Build Set 12 is. I've already have some guesses of what it could be, and yeah, well, we shall see. And also, we had our first Kamen Rider Geo leak this past week, so hopefully, I don't see why not, but hopefully he continues the SODO line, so we have another year of SODO Sundays here on the way, here on Toku Toy Store. So that's really about it with SODO Sundays for today. If you like this series, be sure to check out my other content over at Toku Topics, and follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey. And until next time, Tokusatsu forever.